Obviously, a pretty wild fight in there tonight. Give us your idea. I mean, how are you feeling after that one and the performance that you turned in?
Man, it was all right. I got sloppy at the end for sure. I was trying to take his head off, but you know, I don't like decisions, so I was just anything to get that knockout. Dude was tough. He took some rough shots and made it all the way through to a decision. Usually I'm not happy with it, but you know, hey, it's a UFC win. It's all good.
It was definitely a weird situation. What was going through your head in the first round? There were some tense moments in there, weren't there?
What do you mean?
In the first round, a little bit of trouble for you, weren't you?
Yeah, well, oh, yeah. So when he started sinking the choke in. Yeah, he started sinking the choke in. At first, it was kind of, you know, it was pretty tight, but I had lost my last 2 fights to chokes, so I wasn't having that today. So I just made sure that I tried to stay technical, and defend those chokes the right way, and I was able to get out and get that win.
How much of the savageness give you problems?
Say it again.
How much of the savageness of him being a UFC veteran and having a little bit more experience coming into play?
Man, I could definitely feel it. There are a couple of shots I hit him with that were rough. I think a lot of middleweights would have definitely dropped from those shots. So, you know, him being able to come up and take those shots. There were a couple of times I feel like he was kind of fading out, and I was close to the knockout. But you know, his experience showed by him being able to still keep his composure and keep the fight going.
You think in the big picture is something that you need for your career, something crazy like this that you can't script and to be able to go through passing colors?
No, man, I need to be cleaner than that. Number one, number two, to have a long career, I think you gotta fight intelligent. You know, you don't want to go in there and have wars every time you get into a fight, and every fight shouldn't be a scrap. You know, so I plan on being a lot more clean in the future and getting some nice crisp knockouts and finishes.
How does your career progress from this point? You know, obviously you took the time off. What do you do now? How do things balance out?
I mean, right now, I'm just going to keep it going fight to fight. Next fight's the most important, and just keep winning and get back on the street.
Do you have like an extra sense of urgency knowing that you got a guy coming in on like virtually a day's notice, and you kind of have the mentality of like, no, you're not going to show up and just beat me like that?
Yeah, for sure. Especially since he came up weight class and we're here in Houston, man. I wasn't about to come out here and take that L, man. Like, I mean, he hit me a couple of times. He hit me with some good shots. He got pretty close to a choke. But like I said, I just wasn't having it, man. That wasn't happening. Not here.
I heard you play back to the crowd a little bit too.
Yeah. I heard him yelling out the woos, you know. So I had to give him one.
Have you seen him in the hotel before this fight? He was cornered so much.
Yeah. And again, that's why I give him props, because that's like I told some other people, man. He's to not have an expectation to fight. You know, that takes a lot of mental preparation. You know, to get in there and do this. That guy had no idea he was gonna fight, and he heard that a fight dropped, and dude raised his hand. Man, a lot of people talk about it. What's that?
Was he the one that volunteered?
Yeah, he raised his hand. As far as I knew, I wasn't going to fight, you know, because my other opponent had some issues, some medical issues. So he stepped up. Raised his hand. Then they called me and they're like, hey, you know, there's this guy Krause out here saying that he'll take the fight, you know. And he was on weight. He was at, you know, like 182, coming up from 170. And he took the fight like a G, and he came in and we got it done.
So you probably
extra pressure did you feel with him coming in on short notice with you being the hometown favorite?
I wouldn't say that it wasn't a lot of pressure, but you know, just having somebody again last minute and having a lighter guy come in and fight, you know, you don't want to lose that fight, you know. So it's definitely different. It put me in a different space mentally. My first opponent was supposed to be a really big guy, and then I ended up fighting a smaller guy, you know. So it was definitely something I needed to adjust to. Yeah.
What would you do if you had time to prepare, had a real training camp and you were fighting?
If I had to prepare for him, I would put in a lot more boxing rounds. Again, I feel like I got pretty sloppy because I was trying to finish him. I could have been a lot tighter with my hooks and my straight shots. And I think if I'd have put in more boxing rounds, I'd have got him out of there. But yeah, I would have definitely done that more.
After your opponent had the medical emergency, the talk was about how great it was that you now have a fight. Somebody stepped in, but
Yeah, you know, it is what it is. I feel like at this point, the UFC is just more concerned about being able to promote that fight, you know, getting the word out there. I mean, everything happened so fast. I think that was the main focus, you know, just to say, hey, your hometown guy is still fighting. This guy stepped up, you know, and it was big. It got out pretty fast. As soon as I got on social media, I saw everybody talking about it and stuff. So I think that was the main goal, is just to promote this fight and keep it all moving. And again, that was my opponent's responsibility to be able to make weight. So whatever he did, obviously he came in too heavy and had some issues. So he should have been a little bit more disciplined, and we could have made it happen.
Trevin, last time we spoke, you said you never wanted to be one of those fighters that felt they had nothing else to fall back on but fighting. You said you have a beautiful wife, a beautiful son, you have a career as a police officer, and if you did lose, it wasn't the end for you. Does the win give you hope that you can balance all those things and have a fight career and a career as a police officer as well? I've
always had, I never lost hope of being able to do both. That was always my thing. You know, before the UFC, my thing was that was my goal, to be able to be a police officer for the Houston Police Department, and also to be able to fight in the UFC. You know, so I wouldn't say that it gives me more hope. I still have the same amount of hope, and it was expected for me.
Knowing that, like, he used to actually coach one of your fighters, or one of the people that you actually fought past, Cummings. Did you feel like that prepared you for him at all? Did you see anything similar because he actually coached the fighter that you fought past?
No, man, he's a totally different guy. He has a different style. Cummings has more of a unique style than what he has. He's more traditional than Cummings is. But I think it was him training with Cummings and coaching him and stuff like that. I think that's what made him more comfortable with taking the fight, because me and Cummings fought, and he was a little familiar with me. So I think that helped him making his decision to fight me.